Welcome to the 5 at 5. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. 3 Desmonds already for Arsenal this season. Really wanted to win this game. But look, on the bright side, even when Chelsea play well and they actually feel like they're having a good day, and Arsenal have a stinker and we feel like we're having an awful day, they still can't beat us. So perhaps that bodes well for Arsenal. That even when we're not playing well, we go to a game like Chelsea away and we still pick up a point, whilst Chelsea, hopefully they get relegated, seeing as when they play well at home, they still can't hold on to a 2-goal lead. Anyway, let's get into my 5 at 5. Number 1, massive missed opportunity to write ourselves into the record books. No team in top flight history has ever won their first 4 away league games without conceding a single goal. Arsenal had 3 away wins so far this league season without conceding a goal. And had we managed to keep a clean sheet in this game and won, we would have made history as the first top flight team in history to do that in English football. Would have been one hell of an achievement. And even if we had conceded but won, we would have made, well, not history as such, but we would have equaled a club record that has only been achieved 2 times previously. One in 1903-1904 and the other one in 2004-2005 to win our first 4 away games of the season. Massive missed opportunity. But hey, Arsenal, the away form is still really, really good and we're still unbeaten in the league, so we can't get too downbeat about that. Number 2, did Mudryk mean it? I mean, honestly, I'm asking the question only because some people have had the audacity, the delusion to say that he meant it. Bukayo Mudryk cannot hit a barn door even when he's perfectly placed in front of goal. So on what basis are people saying that he even tried, that he even saw the opportunity to try and score from there? No chance in hell, as far as I'm concerned, did he mean it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But what really made me laugh is Pochettino, in his interview after the game, said that he did mean it. He saw the keeper was off his line and he thought he'd give it a go. That, for me, is absolute rubbish. Gary Lineker, a bit more sensibly, said on Match of the Day that at no point did he even look at the goalkeeper. He had no idea where the goalkeeper was. And you might kind of say, if there was no Chelsea player in the box, perhaps, maybe what else was he trying to do because there was no one to hit. But there was clearly a Chelsea player at the back post, and it's Bukayo Mudryk. He's been an absolute flop. So it just is more consistent with his time at Chelsea that attempted cross was so bad that actually went in. Not in a million years am I accepting that he meant it and that he's got the ability to pull that off. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Number 3, and Declan Rice is in as a talking point yet again, because yesterday, that goal that he scored, I mean, look, when Sanchez kicked it out and it went to him, I thought to myself, all right, look, he's got a chance of trying to strike the ball here. But I didn't expect him to actually put it off. And he did it with consummate ease, a perfect finish. So I thought to myself, I wonder what the XG was of that opportunity. Have a guess. 0.01. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised, I'll be honest with you, that the XG was 0.01. And it does make you think, how do they measure these things? Because Bukayo Mudryk's, on the other hand, was 0.03, which doesn't make sense to me. Surely Declan Rice's was a better chance than Bukayo Mudryk's. But the key difference is, one of them meant it, the other one didn't, as we already spoke about. But Declan Rice, honestly, for him to get a chance with such a minimal chance of scoring and to score that goal is exactly what we needed. And he continues to deliver, and he continues to make £100 million look like it's absolutely nothing. Absolute leader of this team. Number 4, Bukayo, the captain, Saka. In his 190th appearance for Arsenal, he was given the honour for the first time ever of putting on the captain's armband. And boy, did he respond. Martin Ødegaard, who didn't perform very well yesterday, only 80% passing accuracy, which for him is really quite poor. He went off in the 78th minute, and the captain's armband went to Bukayo Saka. Now, it's quite interesting that it went to him, but he responded like a captain needs to respond, by driving the team forward and making the difference. Just 6 minutes after putting that captain's armband on his sleeve, he crossed the ball into Leandro Trossard and got the assist for Arsenal's equaliser. Now, different people can be captains in many different ways, and we're used to the more sort of Tony Adams type, Patrick Vieira types of captains. But Bukayo Saka, do you know what? Every single game he contributes to the team, so I've got no issues with him being captain. Long term, I'm not suggesting that he's going to be our first choice captain, but it was nice to see him get the honour and nice to see him respond with a telling contribution in that game. Bukayo Saka, the kid can do it all. Number 5, Jesus penalty. Now look, when I was watching the game, I didn't think much of it, and a lot of people have said that, but when you do watch the replays back, Sanchez runs out, doesn't get any of the ball, and clatters straight into Gabriel Jesus, and in fact makes contact with his head. On Match of the Day, they covered it and they said very, very validly that it was very similar to Onana against Wolves earlier on in this season, where Man United didn't concede the penalty, typical, and then the referees came out and apologised for the error afterwards. Yet, where has the application of the learning of that error been shown? I mean, it's really, really annoying because exactly the same thing happens. Onana runs out, absolutely takes out Jesus, head high, goes straight through him. And do you know what? That's dangerous play. That's not controlled. So surely that should have been a penalty, but it doesn't get given. In the Match of the Day studio, Gary Lineker, Micah Richards and Alan Shearer all spoke about it. They all agreed that it absolutely should have been a penalty, but absolutely nothing was given. I wonder if Arsenal will get an apology from PGMOL or whether this one will just not be spoken about. But this could have been the difference between Arsenal winning the game and Arsenal drawing the game. So it's hugely frustrating that that wasn't given as a penalty. I'd had no complaints about Saliba's penalty because I recognise that those are the rules, but it's very annoying when the rules don't get applied for us as well. Anyway, what can you do? That is just the state of the refereeing and the state of VAR in the Premier League. Thank you for watching the 5 at 5. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Please do hit like on this video and get in the comments and let me know your thoughts, for example, about the Jesus penalty. Anyway, on Arsenal go now to the toughest Champions League group stage fixture for us in this edition of the Champions League, Sevilla away. This is not going to be an easy game, and it was already a disappointing night out last time round in our previous Champions League group stage fixture. Hopefully we can go and get a decent result. I'll be honest, I'll take a draw because I know it's not going to be an easy game. And then on we go to Sheffield United at home in the Premier League, where we have to return to winning ways after drawing this. We're now level on points with Man City, and we cannot afford for them to get ahead of us again because you know what they're like. Eventually they'll click into gear and it's going to be tough. Also, with our rivals, I mean, geographical rivals only because they've never achieved anything, but they are doing quite well in the league as well. I don't see it lasting, but again, we need to make sure we keep up so when they do drop off, we can carry on going and go and get some daylight between the two teams. Anyway, I'll see you after the Sevilla game. Take care and up the Arsenal.